Well, hello. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. So today, exciting video. I'm going to be trying out a full face of Shop Miss A and AOA makeup. Mainly AOA. There's just a couple things that are not from like that specific branch of the brand. Most of these products will be $1, if anything under $2. And this is the third video I think I've done with their products. I can link them up here and down below, but I have been pretty impressed with Shop Miss A. They came out with a new foundation as well as a new concealer and a couple new products. So I figured why not do a full face of Miss A makeup and showing you guys like their newest products as well. So I really hope that y'all enjoy this video and you find it helpful. And if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. I am so sorry for my appearance. I put on earrings to look like I tried harder, but so let's start out with primer. This primer I actually haven't used, and it is called the No Pore Face Primer. So it's a matte finish. It's supposed to lock in makeup and minimize pores. It is a silicone-based primer that suits all skin types. It just looks exactly what you thought it would look like, just a clear silicone primer. I will link everything that I use down below if you're interested in something specific. So I think I grabbed too much, but I'm just gonna put this everywhere. And with pore minimizing primers, you kind of want to push the product in to start like filling in your pores. It feels kind of greasy, which is not something that I'm used to for silicone primers, which is kind of odd because it says it's supposed to have a matte finish. It smells really good, by the way. So I guess it does have a matte finish, like I don't have any shine to my skin, but the consistency of it, I really feel like I don't know how that would work with oily skin because it's like a little greasy. So for me, I don't mind it because I do have like normal to dry skin. It actually did a pretty good job of covering my pores, which is mainly over here. For a $2 primer, I think it worked pretty good. So what I'm really excited about is trying out the foundation. So I have a whole video on their other foundation, the Drop foundation. I can put it up here if you're interested, but this is their brand new one. So this is the AOA Studio Prowear Full Coverage Foundation. I do have the shade Soft Tan and Natural Beige. By the way, I am on their PR list. So some products I did get in PR and then the rest I got online so that I could do a full face. So it's supposed to be a medium to full coverage foundation with a gorgeous semi-matte finish, and they do have 15 different shades. So I did pick up 2 sponges. I have the microfiber one as well as the regular one. They do recommend you using this one. I guess I could use this for foundation because it's recommended, and then I could try this one for concealer. So this is Natural Beige. Ooh, it's like really yellow. Oh no, that's definitely not gonna work. That's like yellow orange. Oh no, that looks like Cheeto dust. And then Soft Tan. Huh, no, it's even darker. What do we do? What do we do? If you guys don't judge me and you really want to know how this foundation is, we can do soft beige and I might look like a Cheeto. And if you guys forgive me, we can move on with the review. Let's just try. Let's see how horrible it looks, and if it doesn't look that bad, then let's just do it. Again, this is not my shade. Don't think that I do this on purpose, but it is what it is. So it actually comes out pretty thick. Considering the squeezy tube, I really thought that it would come out a lot more liquidy. I mean, yes, it's really yellow, but like I think we can get away with it just for this video, not in real life or in any other situation. Okay, so that is one layer and it blended out pretty easily. I can still see the redness of this pimple, so that's giving me that medium coverage, but it actually looks really pretty on the skin. I'm going to put more foundation and let it dry a little bit while I do this other side of my face. I do have a pretty outstanding pimple right there, so let's see how that's gonna cover it up. So far the consistency is in the middle, like I said, not too liquidy but not like super duper thick. and it's blending out pretty easily. It covered that pimple right up. So I'm gonna blend this down my neck so that it's not like super distracting for you guys. So the foundation has dried and it is exactly what it said it is. It's not super tacky, but not super matte. It's definitely semi-matte. It actually looks really, really pretty on the skin. Even though I have quite a bit of product on my skin, it doesn't really look like it, and I love foundations that don't look super heavy. So as of now, I actually really like it. I wish I had my shade, but I really prefer to see how it looks with all the other makeup in the end. But so far, I am getting a really good first impression. Let's hope that the concealer goes well with this foundation, or it helps me out a little bit, because I actually got the concealers in PR, so I wasn't really able to match them to my foundation. This is called the AOA Studio Natural Finish Good for All Skin Types Liquid Concealer. It is supposed to be medium to full coverage. It is $1.55. This is the shade Light Ivory, and then this is the shade Buff. It's interesting because it says medium to full coverage, but it's supposed to have a natural finish. The top one, which is more of a pinky, is Light Ivory, and the bottom one, it's a little bit more on the warmer side, but I don't know, it's pretty neutral to me, and that's Buff. Let's see how it goes. So this is Buff. I'm not the biggest fan of Squeezy Tube, but you know, for the price, if it's a good product, then it's probably not gonna bother me. So I'm actually really excited. Look crazy. I'm going to use the Microfiber Wonder Blender. It's a soft velvet sponge that can be used wet or dry, and it absorbs 70% less product. It is wet, but I almost don't feel like it's wet, so that's interesting. Oh, wow, definitely some coverage. Dang, these videos where I just look crazy, like, they keep happening to me. The concealer did come in PR, so that was not in my control. I do like this sponge. It does give me a lot of coverage, but like right now on my chin, I want to diffuse it. I don't want that much coverage. So I guess as of now, I do like it for like under the eyes to get coverage. It doesn't diffuse the product as much as this, which right now, since I do look a little crazy, I would prefer it to diffuse. So it actually doesn't look too bad. It looks better in person, but this definitely gave me medium to full. At first, I did have full coverage, but the more I blended it out, the more it became medium, but it actually looks really, really nice. I do have a powder from AOA, but I actually don't like it, and I want to give this base a fair shot, so I think I'm just going to use my own powder just for scientific purposes. My favorite powder is the Hailey's Beauty Retouch Perfecting Powder. I'm quickly going to set my under eyes and everywhere else in my face. Okay, so this foundation, you almost don't really need to set it. It's just a little bit tacky, but you could totally get away with not setting it. Oh no! I had a cream contour. Should I just stop powdering my face and try to get away with it? Yes, let's just try. Oh, what a mess. I'm tired of looking crazy, so let's just move on to eyebrows and then we can finish the rest of the makeup. So today I decided to try out their brow gel as well as their pomade. So the pomade's called the Wonder Brow Tinted Brow Pomade, and I did get the shade Medium Brown. It did come in a really tiny little jar. So medium brown is like a darker cool tone brown, if you're wondering. Wow, I actually really like this. The shade ended up working out perfectly. It's a little bit dark, but it matches my roots perfectly. The consistency is really nice. It's not overly creamy, but it's also not drying. So it goes on really easy, but it's not greasy to where it slides everywhere. You can really control it. I really enjoy it. Yes, it comes in a tiny little package, but it's also very affordable, and the product in it is really nice. And I actually barely made a dent in it, so I do think that this would last you a really long time. So now I'm gonna be setting my brows with the AOA Go Brow Fiber Gel, and this I got in the shade Dark Brown. I like this. It's actually, I don't know if I've tried this before. I feel like I have, but I like the size of the brush. It's really tiny. It is a little bit chubby, but it works fine, and the actual formula is a little bit thicker, which is nice because it does fill in your eyebrows without like a liquidy formula. So far I actually really do enjoy both of these products. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a wear test, so by the end of the night, if my brows still look good, that'll be a good sign. I do have a cream contour stick. I am going to do a little test run because I did accidentally powder my face without thinking about this. If you are wondering, this is the AOA Sculpt FX contour stick, and this is in the shade Sand. I'm just gonna do like a little bit here. Wow, that went on really smoothly. I will say this is a pretty good contour shade, but I thought this was going to be more of a like bronzy shade for cream bronzing, but it's giving me contour. So I'm not mad about it, but just know that this is literally, it's blending out cool. So I guess instead of bronzing with it, we will truly use it as a contour. Wow, I am very impressed with this stick. My face was powdered, so this shouldn't have worked very good. Second of all, it went on like a dream. Like, it didn't tug at my skin. It literally was so creamy, but it blended out so good to where it wasn't sliding around, but it also wasn't tough, and it looks beautiful. Like, this is really nice. Yay to this. So now I'm actually gonna do a little bit of bronzing. So there is no AOA bronzer that I'm aware of, or they were sold out, but I do have these. I've tried this before. This is from Amuse. Again, it is from Shop Miss A, but it's not AOA. This is the Starry Triple Blush Palette Bronzer and Blush. I'm only gonna use the bronzer because I do have some AOA blushes. So I'm gonna go in with a pretty light hand. Okay, see how it's pretty red tone? I'm not a big fan of the shade, but the formula so far is fine. It's just really extremely pigmented, so you really have to be careful. Okay, see, I'm not a big fan of this color. I want to show you guys what the Amuse one looks like. It is very, very like almost like a poopy color, but I actually like it. This just suits me a lot more. And again, you can get this at the Miss A website. So I'm just gonna finish bronzing with this one. If you're looking for a warm bronzer, this is obviously definitely the one. So I will put this aside because I have two blushes to try from AOA. Since there are two formulas, this is cream and this is powder, I actually went ahead and tried the cream one already because they're completely different colors, but I wanted to tell you guys that I actually really enjoy it. So this is the AOA Hush Cream Sheer Blush, and I have it in the shade Cozy. I like it. It is luminous, but it's not overly shiny. I'm just not a big fan of super, super shiny cream blushes. I don't want to look greasy, and this one definitely doesn't give you that look. It is a nice formula, easy to apply and easy to blend, and this is just like a really pretty everyday shade. So again, this is the AOA Studio Perfect Blush, and I got it in the shade Stunner, which is more of like a wine mauve shade. Where's my blush brush? The fact that I'm looking for my blush brush and the first place I thought to look was the floor and I found it is like the definition of how my life is going right now. I just have a feeling that they're gonna be very pigmented. So top off the excess, and I believe these are just matte blushes. Yeah, definitely very pigmented. Right off the bat, it's reminding me a lot of the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush formula, which is actually a really good one. You just get a lot of product, it's really pigmented, it's matte, but it's blendable. And yeah, I actually really like this shade. So obviously, like I said, they look very small, and I'm sure they don't have that much product, but they are super, super inexpensive, and you do get a lot of pigmentation. So this looks actually really nice. Before we move on to the rest of the face, I really just have highlighter and then lips. I want to jump into eyes because I do have some exciting products. By the way, I wanted to show you guys these. I got this headband also at Miss A, and I believe it was like $1 or $2. But I wanted to say, even though it looks really cute, I don't recommend it because this is literally styrofoam, and it was like literally hot glued onto this headband. So even though it does look cute, it's just not good quality, and it's probably gonna fall apart like right after this video. I ended up buying single shadows and a Z palette, as well as like glitter and pigment. So we have a lot to look at. I got the Z palette and it was very affordable. This is the smaller ones that they have. They do have bigger ones. So many different prints, and it also comes with a mirror. The single shadows come individually wrapped. I'm gonna go ahead ahead and use this little peachy one, and it's called Moment. I'm going to put this in my crease, and then I'm going to use the shade Rich, which is a chocolate brown, and kind of deepen it out, and then we can try out some of their pigments. I don't even know if this is going to show up. It's pretty light. I don't think it's going to show up. It's like almost my skin tone. Let's do this. I'm going to mix the Rich and the Moment and see what we can do. Okay, so I'm not like super impressed with these shadows. Again, they are very affordable, but so far, most of the makeup I actually really enjoy. But these shadows were not super pigmented, not super buttery. They are really soft and easy to blend, but I did swatch them, and it's one of those things where like they look good on the finger, but it doesn't really translate on the hand. I'm going to put these down for a minute while I look at their pigments, because that's what I'm really, really excited to try. I have a rose gold pigment, and they also have gel liners, and they have them in like black, but also in like almost like a shadow in a pot. I will use the gel liner as a base because a loose pigment is powdery, and you could get it wet if you don't have a gel base. You could use a setting spray, but I'm just gonna use like their products because why not? So I'm gonna go in with the AOA Studio Buttercream Gel Liner Shadow, and this is in the shade Rosé. Again, this is a liner and a shadow, so it can be used as both. I'm gonna try with a brush because I do have powder nails on. By the way, if you're interested on how to do dip at home, I do have a video. I just posted it. I'll link it up here if you're interested. So I'm pretty much just gonna do like a half cut crease with it. All right, not bad. Super, super creamy, easy to apply. I'm actually going to use the black one as a liner because I do want to see how it does work as a liner. As a cream shadow, it looks really, really beautiful. I actually love the way it looks by itself, but for the purpose of the video, I do want to try out the pigment. So again, this is the AOA Loose Pigment, and this one is in the shade Enchant. Holy crap, it did not come with a sifter. It literally just opened up. Okay, interesting. I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm going to use the other side to apply the pigment on top of the gel liner. Okay, so that's the difference. See how it's giving it a lot more of like a gold copper reflex? I will say, it might not be the most blinding pigment, but for the price that you're getting it at, I do think it's actually really, really pretty. Very affordable, not mad about it. If you are using these shadow gels, work quickly because they do dry, which is nice because they're also supposed to be eyeliners. I feel like the camera is really not doing this justice because I'm looking in the mirror and it looks so stunning, and then I look in the viewfinder and it looks really washed out. It's not like the best formula of pigments that I have tried. It is a little bit chunky. It's a little bit of a coarser kind of formula, but for the price, like really the way I'm judging these products is like, if you only have the budget of this website and you're looking for a pigment, I do think it's a good pigment. Is it the best pigment I've used? Absolutely not, but for the price, I think it's great. I'm actually going to just go back into these shades just to try to make this just look a little bit more cleaned up. I'm gonna grab the shade Rich and blend right here in the inner corner. Okay, so now I'm going to take the black version, buttercream gel liner and shadow, but this is in the shade Licorice, which is just the black shade, and I'm gonna do a wing liner. I don't know if I'll be in focus, but I'll keep the camera on just so you guys can see me doing it. But I struggle with liners, so I'm just gonna take my time. Okay, we're back. Man, I haven't worn makeup in a while, and I miss this face. This was pretty good. It was easy to use. The consistency was easy to maneuver. Over the shadow, I did have to go in a couple times because even though it does create a nice wing and it looks pigmented there, it's not overly pigmented to where it will go over your shadow very easily. I don't mind it. I think it was pretty good. It's not my favorite. If this liner does last till tonight, then I think it's worth your money. Now, I don't have any mascara because A lot of the things on their website are sold out, a lot of like the highest rated, but I do have lashes. I have lashes and glue to try out. So this is the glue. It's called the AOA Studio Super Strip Lash Adhesive, super strong, brush on, clear, waterproof, hypoallergenic, latex free, and no formaldehydes, and it's under $2. They do have black lash glue if that's what you're interested in. And I did get 2 strips of lashes. These are their premium lashes. So this is in the style Brianna. It's G-A-I-A. Gaia. I don't know, but they look very pretty. Okay, so this is Brianna and Gaia. I think I'm gonna go with Gaia. Hello, I'm back. Just to save time, I ended up using that rich brown shade under my lash line just to finish out the eye look. But let me give you guys the tea on these lashes. Just being real, they feel very plasticky. But on the eyes, they don't look it. Like on the package, you can tell they're very plasticky. They're not like faux mink or whatever. Obviously, they're very affordable. But on the eyes, they look really beautiful. The lash band is not too thick to where they're uncomfortable, but it's not too thin to where you can't get more than like 1 or 2 wears out of this. So I'm a big fan. And by the way, as of now, the glue is pretty good. It actually got really tacky really fast. I didn't have to wait that long. And it does have a brush tip applicator, which is my favorite kind of applicator for glue. So far, I'm just super happy with most of these products. Really quickly, just to finish out the eyes, I'm going to use the shade Starlit. Not showing up very much. I think I'm gonna wet it. They're pretty average. Like, see, now it's popping up with some setting spray, but it's like, you know, they're not wowing me. All right, so now let's quickly talk about their highlighters. I actually love their highlighters. I have tried them. AOA has loose highlighters, which these are just called their pal lighters, as well as their press highlighters. These powder ones are stunning, like give you such a beautiful glow. This is my favorite shade from their pal lighters. It's in the shade Nebula. I barely tap on it and tap off the excess because I want to show you like how you can get it to look super natural, just like a very natural highlight, but you can also build it up. This is just like an overall glow kind of deal. A little bit more and really like get it super freaking blinding. Okay, I'm gonna blend that out. So there is levels to this highlight, which I really like. I love that you don't have to pick, like you can either go light or dark with it. And I will show you guys the powder version. They remind me a lot of each other. Obviously, they have a completely different formula, but this one as well goes on really smooth, really light, but you can also build it up. And this actually has a really big pan size. So you can do a little bit of a more natural, and then we can be like, and make it more blinding. By the way, this is also my favorite shade in the pressed one, and it's called Countess. They're both really, really gorgeous. Some of the prettiest highlighters I've tried, and they're from a freaking like dollar store, which is insane. So I don't have a setting spray because it was sold out, which was horrible. So I got 2 different liners. Now this is from Shop Miss A, but it's from the line LA Colors. So the top shade is called Perfect Brown and the bottom one is Mauve, and they both look stunning. I'm gonna go ahead and use Perfect Brown because this screams my name, and like always, I'm gonna overline my lips. I love it. Super pigmented, creamy, and it is a really perfect brown color. It obviously has a little bit of like reddish on it, but it looks stunning. For lipsticks, I do have the AOA lipsticks. I've had these for a while. I really like them. So I do have the shade Coconut, and then this is the shade Guava, which is actually my favorite. I think I'm gonna use this. You know what? Let's mix them. These lipsticks are actually really, really nice. They feel beautiful on the lips. They're not like super heavy. They smell nice and they look nice. Look at that nude cocktail. I love it. So I think that we made it work pretty good considering how the video started. Yeah? Huh? I am very impressed. This foundation is still looking stunning. The concealer is nice. Like I think that I also look really good on camera, so that's something really good. Like this makeup looks really good. So I'm going to wear it for the rest of the day. I can't I cannot promise that I will have lashes on by the end of the night. As of right now, I really truly enjoyed everything. The only thing that didn't wow me were the single eyeshadows. They're just not that wow, but I definitely think that AOA is a really cool place to get a Z palette. The pigments are okay. I did enjoy the shadow that came in like the tub. Let's see, other than that, I really enjoyed all the other products. So yeah, I guess now the test, we'll see how everything wears, but so far I am very, very impressed. I guess I will see you guys in a couple hours on my phone in my bathroom, just like the magnetic lash video, but it is currently 2 p.m. I usually go to bed around like 10-ish. Hey guys, so it is currently 9:50, so let's just pretend it's 10 o'clock already. But as you guys can see, the makeup still looks pretty good. The highlight is still blinding. I did take off the lipstick and the lashes. That was just my doing because I did not feel like dealing with that all day. But as you guys can see, my eyebrows are still on. The eyeshadow is still pretty vibrant. The foundation rubbed off a little bit right here, but I have been, you know, cuddling on the couch and having dinner and things like that. But overall, I would not believe that this is like a $2 product kind of makeup. So I am very impressed. I definitely recommend those products that I liked in the video. All of them that I really enjoyed still look really beautiful right now. So if you're interested in any of them that I recommended, I say go for it because they definitely lasted through the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely comment them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you guys in my next video.